Welcome. It's Campus Talk again, Etv Uganda, where we talk about sex, money, love, and relationships. I'm your host, Miriams, and my co-host.
Melanie Joyce, and today here, surprisingly, we have two gents and two ladies. We would like to know your names.
What experience is my name?
Pele.
Yes, I'm called Fresh Eyes.
It's good to have you back, Diana and Kelly, with our wordy experience.
And we welcome our guest also, Fresh Eyes. Yeah, we expect the best,
It's a pleasure having you here.
obviously. Our question today is, what is the best time for sex?
What's the best time for sex?
Yes.
Anytime.
Wait, what have you said? What is the best time for sex?
Yes.
Please, you guys, you should check up your question.
What's the best time for sex? What time should you have sex? Like,
But for me, what I know, what could be the best time for sex?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Maybe early in the morning,
Like at what time? At what time? 4
What
to
time?
6 or something.
Specify.
like at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yeah, reasons.
Because that's when you feel like having it. Because you could be have spent your night sleeping.
Yes. So let me help Fresh Eyes on that.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I
Yes.
have a sister. She told me once. She was like, that's a cousin sister. She's married. She told me once that the best time to have sex that is 6. Yes, 6 a.m. You know what? First thing, you boys elect. I hear in the morning, right? You have a strong erection. So told me that the best time to have it is at 6 in the morning, so that to relieve tension. That's one. You have to do it because maybe it's going to work. Stress. It also relieves stress. That
Stress
morning,
kill.
yes, that morning sex is
Or
really
morning
good. That's
blessing.
what.
Even
Yes.
when you do sex early in the morning, yeah,
Yes.
you refresh your day, man.
Yes. Yes. Your day is gonna be good.
Yes.
I hear that. So that's what my sister told me. So I would agree with you. 6 in the morning.
So,
Yeah.
so
That's a morning romp, something of that sort.
so your timing is generally like a psychological treatment, psycho treatment, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, basically, to me, I would feel like, well, it depends any time. Like, what time do you eat food? What's the right time to eat food?
We.
I believe sex is like food,
No.
anytime, anywhere.
No, sex is not like food, my friend.
The issue is, it's like, why I say it's like food, you never eat it and get satisfied.
Yes.
You
Yes.
cannot say like, when I take it in the morning,
I'll be
evening,
sure.
I will not like it. When I take it in the evening, in the
night.
in the night, I will not. So I think the most important thing is, are the two of you prepared for it?
Yes.
Well, I would say the mindset. If
Mhm.
your minds are really prepared, no matter what the time,
So it's
and
just-
yes, and there is nothing that stops sex in the morning, sex in the evening, sex in the afternoon, sex. The only thing is, are you prepared
yes.
for that?
Mm.
And also, it might depend. What is your occupation?
Yes.
There are people that work over the night.
Yeah, the doctors.
So
Yes, the police
so
officers,
basically,
all that.
that person, the only time he will have, because he lives around 6
Yes.
in the evening, he will come back 6 in the morning. So the only time he will have to have sex is during the day. And even the askaris, the security
Yes,
guards,
the
and so
doctors,
on,
yes.
even the doctor, those people that work shifts.
Yes.
So depending on which shift, I think whenever you are free,
You can do
what we need to know is, why do we have sex?
it. Yes.
That is also another question that comes in. Why do we have sex? So I believe sex is a stress killer.
Yes.
It relaxes your mind.
Mine,
I
hear
believe
it relieves headache. Someone
like
told me.
more so I hear like people that have like morning sex. I believe researchers, science say that they have a better day, a successful day, because both male and female, like
The active.
there is a way maybe they say they urge out that sex relieves someone of whatever stress he has, and that person goes to that job when he's a little bit fresh, and no matter what time you have it, I believe it's sex.
It's timeless, so you can't
Still.
tell me
Diana, what's
anytime,
the best
anywhere.
I knew it was coming to me.
Thanks for knowing.
Well, this time still I'm going to say it's during the time. Because I'm going to question you if you know the type of food you're eating, the kind of food you're eating.
So you want to know what you're eating
So,
exactly.
I'm told that girls have different colors down there.
Mm.
Some
So-
have pink, red,
Black
black.
and
I
Mm.
actually, maybe those that have pink and red it's better, but you question yourself if you found black.
yes,
You just know she has been used by many and of different sizes.
yes.
so
And so if you eat during that time,
You know, you come to know.
Actually, do you eat food in the dark?
no.
You
No,
eat when
because
there's
there
light.
And
must be
are you
light.
a thief?
No.
So if you eat during day, I think it's yours. And
But even at
You
night, you
even
can
look-
put on the lights.
Lights,
But there are
yes.
some of these guys that are shy,
Yeah.
like whether it is day or night.
Night.
There are those girls that like sex in the dark.
Mm.
And there are those men that like sex in the dark. By the way, it takes, I think, a great deal of exposure for the two of you to have done it for some good time, for you to be a little bit free.
Yes.
But if I'm not mistaken, like for in the first instances that people have sex, they are all shy about each other. More so the girls,
Yeah, the
they are
girls
more
are
shy.
shy.
They
And
fear
you're
to,
up
and
in the
like
dark.
even if they are to undress, they will first switch off the light. They'll tell you to switch off the light before they can undress, something like that. Okay, so I believe the shyness comes with character.
Yeah.
And it is not whether it is day or evening. Even if it is during the day, someone can say, please, can you switch off that light? Can you close
Yes,
the windows?
windows.
Can you do
Make
this?
the
And there will be
curtains.
no light
I
coming
repeat
in there.
that, I repeat that.
But most youth
Yes,
know
to you.
sex is
To
done
you.
in the night.
Yes, and also Africans, let me say,
Yeah.
Africans, in fact, majority of the Africans, they believe sex is only done at
In
night.
at
Yeah.
night.
And
The
that
children are
is
sleeping.
Yes, and
when the children are sleeping.
Feli, what is the best time?
There is no time for sex, as what say. Okay, people have sex for different reasons.
Yeah.
Some have it for fun, others lie. So it's just any time it can happen.
As long as the two are willing. Right?
You're
As
ready
long
to
as
do
the
it.
two are willing and they're ready to do it. So anytime it's okay.
No, wait, Femi. Back to the question. What is the best time for sex? Don't tell us that any time.
Okay, anytime.
Specify.
Anyway, it also depends on where you come from. If it's Africa,
Yeah.
the night is okay.
Yes, probably. Me, I would opt for, because maybe if it's my first time, still I would opt for night.
Yeah, the time setting
When
is
the
very
light is
important.
totally off.
Yeah, the time setting is important here because it depends on what you do. Most people that work during daytime don't have time for sex.
For sex, yeah.
They think about work and they come back maybe in the evenings and they do it.
What about those who work during the night?
During the night, that's the day. The daytime is favorable for them.
For them to do it.
Yeah, they will have it.
But there are some people that I've heard stories like a man goes to work, leaves the wife at home, then during lunch he comes for sex.
I think
Wow.
Yes,
because they
think
have
of them.
realized it's good during daytime.
I don't know, it depends, like I don't know, it depends on your relationship, the bondage,
Yes.
how you manage it, because like when you get married or when you come close to someone, it's like you come up with some kind of a timetable that you follow. And like you may not necessarily say that this is our sex timetable that we follow, but in your mindset, both of you come up with something and yes, today is a weekend, my
Yeah.
boyfriend must pass over here. And of course, I must be prepared for him. My husband is in this kind of state, so I think anytime the children are not around, I think yes, because there are people like
Laying ground.
like the married people. I think
They
they
do
feel
it
more
during
comfortable when even the children
The
are back
kids
to
are
school.
out.
Like the kids are back to school. That's why you see some parents, they hurry in the morning, they take the kids back
Then they
to
come
school,
back,
then the
yes.
man comes back again.
And they do
Then
it.
before he goes back to work. So you find out that it depends on the environment.
Yeah, the bondage.
And when you look at the setting in towns
Yes.
where we have extended families, you stay with your sister, you stay with your distant cousin, something like that. You may find out that with the nature of infrastructure, the housing we have, one room, the two room, the house, you may find out that sometimes the inconveniences at night, the noise that you can make and so on. You may find out that some people, they try to do away with the sex during that time, and they, if they are to have it, they make these people to have tasks, like you can see in the village, they can send you for water, they send this one for something in the shopping center, then the other one, so that all of you leave home. By the time you come back,
Something has been done. Now you're seeing faces which are
Weary and
sometimes
tired, you know.
eh?
It's a good experience.
Not experience, but this is,
but yeah, that's how life is going.
yeah,
You have to,
that's life.
you
So
know,
let's
sex is
agree.
supposed to be like, you know, anywhere, anywhere, anytime you can do it.
As long as the body
in
and
the
mind is
bathroom,
ready.
in the sitting room, in the bedroom, anywhere else. You're still watching Campus Talk, Etv Uganda.
Diana, in a second, specify your best time.
Well, I've understood that time doesn't matter. Anytime you get the feeling, you can do it.
You can do
Okay.
it.
Fresh eyes.
No, me, I'm still disagreeing with you. You guys, I want you to agree with me that the best time for sex, it's morning hours. Please, I want you to agree. Whether you like it or not, it's morning hours. Whether you do night shifts or day shifts, but the best moment, really, where you can enjoy.
So now, you want to tell me that you sleep the whole night with your wife? Till morning, all those hours.
No.
I can come from out work when I'm tired.
Tired, or you're feeling
You can
headache,
leave
yeah?
the work when you're tired and reach at home when already the wife is asleep, and you join. But that time early in the morning,
Set an alarm.
You wait for the morning to come.
even I do set alarm. I can set an alarm.
When you have something to eat, you set an alarm.
Yeah, I set
Yes.
an alarm. Such that
You remember
at
No.
maybe I can tell
5
5 a.m.
You have to do something.
Then it's when I start the journey.
Your brain is working
No,
totally.
it's when I start the journey.
But
So it's a long journey, man.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I would support
No.
fresh eyes.
I have to refresh my day with that. To
Let-
release all the stress that I had the last night and the last day. So I refresh. You understand? I think that is the best time.
Okay.
Morning
So
sex.
good.
Okay, even though Fresh Eyes wants to force us, because he says whether we
We have
want
to
it or
agree.
not, we have to agree with him.
Yes.
Sex doesn't really need time. It depends on the feeling, as Diana
The
said.
mood.
Yeah, the mood. Anytime you guys can have it. But anyway, if you're in Africa, night is the perfect.
Very wait. Do you know that sex can cancel every your stress? Do you know it? It can
Relieve
remove
stress,
it can
yes.
release your stress from your mind, and you start a day
With a lot of courage and something, yes?
So don't tell me that you can do sex anytime.
You can do it
Okay,
anytime.
anytime you get the feeling.
Yeah, because okay, it's not like you're going to have the stress only like in the night.
That means
Sometimes you can even wake up with your stress, like the woman starts stressing you that very morning.
That very
what
time.
That
At
yeah.
5
Or maybe
at 5 a.m.
or even
That's
at
nagging.
midday.
Ferry, let me tell you this.
You'd want to relieve your stress during midday.
Ferry, let me tell you this.
Very.
You can't tell me that you can do sex with your partner and then immediately after the sex, then you start stressing
It
anyone.
happens.
It happens.
How?
No, sometimes,
Maybe in a random
unless it has been so rough and so bad
Just-
and all that.
If I don't understand what you're saying.
Chest back.
Have you ever enjoyed that feelings after having sex with your partner? Do you know that even I can prepare for your breakfast?
Okay, let us
You can do that, but
Because of
anything can
that.
happen.
Because of that.
Okay,
Okay, fresh eyes.
Have
Not fresh
What
eyes.
experience? No.
Fresh eyes is talking some.
Well, maybe I would agree that sex rejuvenates the body, the mind, and for you to have a proper mindset, a proper rejuvenation of your body, it does not necessarily go with timing. The timing does not matter. It could be in the morning just imagine in the morning you have this kind of stress of you have nothing to eat for that day, you have so much stress in the morning, they want this and that. So you'll find out that I believe sex comes from the mind.
Yeah.
From the mind.
The time does not matter. As long as the two of you are prepared.
For it.
You know, even with the sex, it's not all about the time. You cannot tell me that you can sleep with your girlfriend or your wife and you wait for the morning to have sex. There is that communication, the body communication. If you people are covering yourself in the same bed sheet, there is that body communication. And that body communication, you know, it brings up a lot of communication, so many pulses come into your mind, and then your mind tells you to do something. You will not wait for, maybe you can be home, okay, in the morning, maybe you've dressed up to go for work.
Yes.
You never had sex, but maybe your wife does something, or maybe you do something, and then that person gets in the mood. You must have that business completed before you go for work. You know, you understand? It's not all about the
No
timing.
perfect timing, in other
Yeah,
words.
it could be, you could be, now we have a lot of communication. It could be on WhatsApp. You are communicating with your wife. Then she tells you, you know what, baby, come back for lunch.
Yes, and lunch.
And you know the lunch, you tell her, are you serious? Yes, baby, come back for lunch. I believe when you come back for lunch, you'll not just have cooked that food. Other food will already still be available for you. So you won't say, no, please, we shall do it in the morning.
My brother, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
Hey, you won't say we shall do it in the
Know
morning.
that when you leave
Mm.
your wife at home, when you go there, you had your morning sex, she will spend the whole day
Thinking about it.
Yes.
not even think about it. I don't know how I can express
Her
it because
moods
it
or-
is so emotional. But she will even, you will even check the messages she will be sending to you. Hey, honey, how are you? Me, I'm okay, I'm at home. She will not even bother to put you in a stress so that, honey, come back home, this and this. Even you will not be even thinking about that, my wife,
Yeah,
she's
something.
going even to cheat on me because you have already
Now-
gave her a package.
Now that brings another thing. It drives us back to sexual satisfaction.
Yeah.
You see these ladies,
Has
if
the
she's
lady-
sexually satisfied,
Yes.
she can go for a week without any desires for sex.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all about morning sex. You know, like um, when people are having sex, for the cases of these girls, when she reaches her climax,
Yes.
that is the end of the business. For a man, maybe the man, when he reaches his first climax, possibly is just starting. But for a woman, I believe very few would love to be touched again when they have reached their climax. And the majority researchers say they just sleep off. After that, when they reach the climax, majority of the girls sleep off. So basically, it's not about the morning sex. I believe it's what business you do with her during any time you get. If you satisfy her,
Yes.
maybe it could have locked up in your mind that maybe morning sex is probably the best. But I believe it's not all about the time. It's about the body and the mind being ready, and then what you do during that time you have it. Because do you know that someone can have, by the way, some couples don't have sex every day, and the majority of them,
Yes.
they may have it twice or thrice. This everyday sex is for these people that are just starting up a relationship. You know, there is some kind of bondage, and you believe sex is the only thing that is uniting you. But as you stay together, you have kids, you have more problems to attend to. You may find out that sex is no longer something you desire so much. When it comes well and good, if it doesn't come, even better.
Melanie.
So
Best time.
yes, I would rather say maybe it's morning or night. Morning sex. That's good because you know the man may be excited and all that. So I would rather choose the morning.
You need to calm him down.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Before goes to disturb other people at work.
So morning, I would rather choose that.
Yeah. Thank you, Ajay.
Before concluding, my brother and all my sisters,
Yes.
be informed, please. This is a serious matter.
Let's know your
Help me
experience.
on preaching this.
Mhm.
Tell your friends and family that let them grow up knowing that the best time for having sex.
Is in the morning.
6.
It's not
6 or
majorly 6, but it's
Morning.
morning hours.
4
Those
to
morning
6
hours before you go
probably.
to work.
You make an alarm.
Before you go to work.
You set up an alarm.
Yes.
Leave your wife when she's in a good way.
Mm.
Don't leave
And
her
you also
for,
go out when you're fine.
don't let her to call other guys to come and help her.
Mm.
Please, don't be helpful.
Yes.
And do that
Clear the trash. Go to work.
exactly.
Oh.
Thank you, our dear viewers, and our guests as well. It's Campus Talk, Etv Uganda. Don't forget to like and follow us on our Facebook page.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel, Campus Talk. And don't forget to click on the bell notification so as to be notified about more of these videos when we share them. Thank you very much,
It has been Miriam and
Melanie.
see ya.